Let's look at problem number 2 we have on the activity. So basically what we were asked to do is to identify the region, the points, the whole family of points, which means a lot of them, such that the x component satisfies the condition that the absolute value of it is greater than 4, and simultaneously have expectation about the height, which is y less than or equal to 2. So let's get started. Of course, I have to discuss the one part at a time. So let's discuss absolute value of x greater than or equal to 4. Absolute value of anything means the distance between it and 0. So since the distance between a point I'm looking for to 0 is greater than 4, so I'm as far away as I can from 0, but it's bounded by the size of 4. So I have x to be less than or equal to 4. Sorry, no equal to, I should have x less than negative 4 or x greater than 4. If you don't know how to solve inequalities, you might want to go back, revisit our lecture notes and class videos for section 1.2, okay? That is section 1.2. And then the next thing for us to figure out is how to denote it on the graph. Where on the graph, you meant x, so if this is positive 4, this is negative 4, and by now you have not specified the y value, so your height could technically be anywhere. So any points up here and up here, any of those heights, they all share the same x component, but their heights are totally different, but you didn't specify. So the shaded region I have here actually represents what I said as x less than negative 4 or x greater than 4. Then we look at the next condition, the next requirement I have to satisfy. It's y less than or equal to negative 2. There's really nothing I need to solve, but I do have to plot it. So the height is 2 here. You didn't specify your x yet. So this is something you are going to end up with. And since you said you can be equal to, so I use a solid line to represent the fact I want to include the boundary, versus strictly less than or greater than, I was using dotted line to represent this is a boundary, but I do not want to include the points on it. I know where it's a cutoff, but I don't include anything on the cutoff. So in this particular case, you were talking about less than or equal to 2, so it's everything underneath it. Well, the question was how to discuss them separately. The question was, what if they were combined? Okay, what if both of those regions, the conditions, have to be satisfied simultaneously? So now it's for you to realize that if I were to put two regions together, it has to be shaded by red and shaded by green or blue. So I'm talking about this region here, and I'm going to talk about this region here. So it's shared in both cases. That's why the blue shaded region is actually corresponding to my final results.